Here we go.
I've been here. I was just waiting to be let in.
Sorry.
I've been here.
Sorry.
I done been here.
I done been here this whole time.
I've been here this whole time.
Narwhal. I don't know how you say it, but check your DMs in Discord. I've been trying to get your address for your giveaway.
Yes, there you are.
She has been found.
Please tell us how to pronounce that, because it looks like Gaganarwal, which sounds unusual.
Narwhal. I know what a narwhal is. Gaganarwal.
Gaganarwal.
It's
Gag-amanar.
Tell us how to put the emphasis on the syllables.
Yeah. So she says Gaga in.
Gaga and
Hey, Michelle.
and narwhal. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Yep. She's like, will you please stop butchering my name?
Just stop saying it. Just stop saying it.
Like, can you just please collect
No, not Gargamel. No. Anyway, you have DMs from both Katie and I because we're trying to reach you about a certain Jimin album. So please and thank you.
Stop talking.
Come on in, everybody. We got a full night.
Stop talking.
I'm looking at the agenda, and it's very full.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Hello, everyone.
Jimma. Hi.
Is it 38 or 39? I think it's 39 today. It kind of depends on what time.
It depends on which time zone. Yeah.
It does depend.
We go by our time zone, don't we? Because it's all about us.
We go by Korean time, but later in the day, because that's when we actually heard from Jin, I think.
So like we're on the Korean countdown, but because we've moved it later in our day, it puts it in the same calendar day as the Korean time zone, but it's like different. It's off. Listen, we're only like 6.5 hours off of J-Hope himself, so and it makes us at
we did check when J-Hope posted his countdown, and like
his D minus
too hard about it.
The D minus 100 started 6 hours apart on the same calendar day, so D minus 39.
39.
Check.
Who's counting? You know.
But who's counting? Not me every day. Like, please go home.
Not
Literally
literally
counting, not all of us.
because we need Hobie so badly.
So I need Chuseok and their shenanigans. Like, I just need it. I need him back.
You know what I need?
Girl,
I think I need a counting lesson.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know we on the way, counting zeros every day. You know that we never play.
What's up, Stallion?
We know that we never play. Yeah, we go for average slate. Yeah, and Megan on the way for Asian, we be paid away. Soon like criminal off the digital. Got them go so better, so better. Fuck it, deposit, 24 faucet. Say size of mine, yeah. For the size of side, yeah. Get a focus with a line, yeah. I'm so this nigga down. The law, her web. The yard is for the
Hey, whip.
we for the fed. We get a barrel the night edge. Shit is a toxic. Kitchen march, but union people be false. It was just bossy. Pull the sauces on the face of the beat boss. Homie, I'm nauseous. Make a typhoon, be an artist on the artist. Take out your wallet, sabotage your whole business. Swear for the cause.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Let them know we on the way, counting zeros every day. You know that we never play.
Hey.
Woohoo!
My headcanon is now that the count from Sesame Street needs to be animated.
Yes, it needs to be changed. Yes.
And he just pops up and he's
1,
like,
2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Yes.
Also speaking of counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until Kansas City, guys.
I see what you did there.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That is impressive.
What a segue. Who knew?
It's almost like we planned it.
Hand themselves to us.
I assure you we did not.
Just in awe.
I got way too much Apple Bangpo going on right now, though. God, my list is a mile long before I can leave.
I know.
My dad called me today and he was like, "Hey, can we go out to like lunch or something?" I said, "Not this week."
Yeah, I'm like,
Nope,
I
we
got
cannot.
no time. I got no time.
Not
No
happening.
time.
Not time, guys. I got no time.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting at an OU football game last night and just on my phone texting about it, which was fine because we looked like shit. I didn't want to watch it anyway, but I was just like
Yeah.
all night about Kansas City. Did I forget
Yep.
this? Would somebody think of that? Is somebody bringing
Everybody
tape?
keeps
Is somebody?
talking about obsessively checking the flights. I have not. I booked them and didn't look back, and now I'm like, maybe I should look at them and just.
Just make sure. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Craziness.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
I just spent the weekend before Kansas City fucking with a flat tire that stranded me at my sister's house, so that was fun. I was like, this needs fixed. I have plans. And, fucking work, that too. But I was mostly worried about Kansas City.
Of course. I would have swung by to pick you up even if it was way out of the way.
You're like, bitch, you are not missing this
You're
shit.
not missing. If I have to go 900 miles out of the way, it will happen. Oy. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
no problem.
Okay, good. Thank you, Katie.
No problem.
We're getting work done while we're live.
We sure are, friends.
Sorry, guys.
We sure are.
Listen,
Am I next? Am I missing something?
No, I think
Okay,
it's next. And I'm trying to make sure that this list is sorted correctly. Do we know what month it is?
Everything's fine. The website is
Just to
getting
give
done.
you a sense of how disoriented I am to time and place.
Fine. Just everybody look at Hobie. Don't worry about it.
I was on a walk today and I was like, oh, the flowers are out. And then I was trying to remember if it was spring or fall. And it took me a good 5 or 10 seconds.
My allergies assure you it is fall.
Yeah.
For like a split second, I was in my head going, "Yeah, that's a valid question. Is it spring or fall?" And then I went, "Why is that a valid question?"
The weather's so nice. It was like 75 and sunny and
Listen.
clear today. And I was like, oh, it's so pleasant outside. Okay, that even needs the spring.
70,
What is
75.
time? It's nothing. It's nothing. We don't need
You
it.
know what? Time
God.
blindness is valid to use a 24-hour clock to know what time of the day it is. But spring versus fall is a bit extreme.
And all I could think about was if I was in a hospital, Doc would be asking me to orient myself to time and place. I'd be like, I don't know. Do I know what year it is? Do I know who the president is? No.
I don't even fucking know anymore.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
You know how I would orient you to time and place, though? I'd have you give me fan chant in order, and you would totally fucking know it.
No, you'd be like, what week are we on in the blog? What album are we on? Okay, good. She's
Oh
fine,
my
guys.
God.
I don't even know what week we're on in the blog because I was in the
Oh.
future. And so, listen, that would be a terrible question
That's
for me
fair.
to ask you because I don't know the answer.
Oh, wait. Nobody say what we are because hold on. I got to find the song for that. One moment, please. One
Okay.
moment. One moment.
Well, while you're looking it up, I'll do this. So as everybody knows, or at least you should know if you've been hanging around here a while, we work very hard on the blog and all of the stuff that goes with it, the Discord, and we pay for a lot of stuff that goes with it. If you would like to support those costs and other things that we do, we have a Patreon. Of course, you can always buy merch, which we appreciate, and we design all of the merch ourselves in-house. But if you'd like to subscribe, we have a $3, $5, and $10 a month option, each of which come with some different benefits. The $10 a month option comes with a private Discord channel. There's merch discounts. There's a couple other things you can get. So thank you very much to everybody who's already subscribed. If you would like to subscribe or learn more about it, you can go to patreon.com/armyproject529. Or if you go to our website, armyproject529.com, there is a purple button in the top right corner that'll take you there. So we wanted to do a quick thank you to people who have signed up in the last month, which is why I needed to know what month it was. And that includes Audrey, Chatty, Tammy, Angie, Donna, Tracy, Tammy, and Anne-Marie. So thank you guys very much.
That's
we really
amazing.
appreciate it. It helps ease our mind a lot.
JK tiny claps. JK tiny claps.
And claps.
Thank you. We love
Round of
you.
applause. All right. Somebody else's turn.
Okay. I'm just going to do this because as of next week, we will not be here. We will be somewhere else. This song is appropriate. Are we ready?
How is this relevant?
You don't know.
I'm missing the point.
Weeks. That's the point.
Yep.
What?
We are halfway through.
Yes. As of Wednesday of this week, we will be halfway through the 75 weeks.
That's exactly right.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh,
I don't like your
see,
saying.
I didn't.
Week 37 and a half.
I didn't get it.
I did the
Completely.
math.
Christina, you didn't
Completely
get it.
gone.
I was like,
Completely. I was like, why in the hell are we playing Bon Jovi? What
We've
are
been talking
we?
about it for 16 weeks.
What
Half
have
of
we
the
even been
halftime.
doing?
Do you know how many times you
No,
made Doc
no.
and I do the math of this?
Nope. Nope.
Oh, sorry.
John Bon
I'm waiting for
Jovi.
Quince to yell something and Alexa to start playing it.
Are they Jersey too? They're Jersey too. Like Bruce Springsteen. They're New Jersey, right?
New Jersey.
Yeah.
My neighbors. Let me hear you besmirch the name of John Bon Jovi.
Thank you very much.
Do not.
No,
I said, don't let you
remember.
besmirch the name of New Jersey.
Jersey.
So,
Yeah.
Listen, New Jersey,
Jersey rock.
Has a lot of things that you can besmirch.
It has a lot of fine musicians.
But a lot of fine people as well. For anybody in the audience that's from New Jersey, a lot of you are very spectacular human beings.
Listen, New Jersey has a lot
I've
of great
been to some
stuff.
beautiful parts of New Jersey.
I have
I've
never been
some
to New
beautiful parts
Jersey.
of New Jersey.
It's not the New
Never.
Jersey Turnpike. I'll tell you that.
Never.
It's
Never
not
been.
Jersey Shore.
Yes. So
There's no good stuff. Don't. Somebody said they're missing all the good stuff. It was like, there's no good stuff, guys.
No, you are not.
Christina, do you want to talk about merch? Sorry.
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it.
What is going on with Christina right now?
She's
have the
she's
blog
working.
done.
She's
I don't
making the
have the
blog
blog
happen.
done. I don't have the blog done. It's not
we're
done.
fine.
Speaking
We're fine.
Speaking of merch, guys, we've mentioned a few times we've been working really hard on Kansas City the last couple of weeks, so we haven't had as much new merch. We have a lot of stuff in the hopper, I promise. But the most recent stuff we added were license plate frames, which are unfortunately US only just because of the size you need. Every country has different size stuff. But we have some BTS themed ones, some Army Project 529 ones. We have phone cases inspired by BTS albums. And the newest retro series design was Y2JK. So if you're looking for something to wear to I Am Still, there's still time. The unisex shirts ship really quickly. So yeah. I know. I think she's working on the featured artist of Neva Play next.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but if you remember
She'll surprise me.
you remember last week's hint, in conjunction with that, it could be really interesting.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I go where the creativity takes me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may be something else. It depends on what inspires her. But I saw some stuff gathering in Canva that indicated she was maybe working on that.
Yeah.
I have a problem though too. I get very squirrel. Very
Uh-oh, is that a warning that this could change on a dime?
If there's one thing we understand around here, it is the ability to squirrel.
It is a squirrel.
Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta go where the
I get
dopamine
that.
takes you. And if the dopamine
right.
brings you off left halfway through your project, you just have to follow it. And
You just gotta
true.
be left.
Molly asked a question.
gotta.
Molly asked a question about merch being available to buy in Kansas City. So because of the number of unique items and sizes and colors and that kind of thing, we're not bringing very much with us. We are bringing samples of items so that you can touch them and see what they look like in person. So like one mug, one shirt, one notebook, that kind of thing. We are
that's
going
what
to
the
have
notebook
though
is that came
a
with the
discount
mail.
if you're there.
Okay. Go
yeah,
ahead,
we are going to do for anybody who's attending either the Kansas City or the Europe London meetup. There's going to be a discount to help offset the cost of shipping. Yeah. So we will help you. We will take you through the website and help order if you need whatever.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I got a notebook in the mail, and I was like, I do not recall ordering this, but okay.
I think it was Christina.
Now I'm remembering that you're
Bring
sending
it.
this out.
It's the merch fairy.
No,
Bring it, please.
Yeah, I'll bring it.
yeah, please bring it. Yes. So anybody who's there.
Min Yoongi, Yoongi loves me. Ignore all those notes that I wrote in it. You know.
That's fair.
Min Stephanie crossed out.
Steph.
With hearts around his face.
Like 7 lines of her trying to figure out how to spell Dechita.
How would I write this?
No. Bitch. No.
I mean,
W. No.
Actually, no, it's been her burn book for days.
It's been my diary for days now. Yes.
Pages of MASH with Yoongi.
Yes.
That's
Just
fair.
with Yoongi. All 7 options. Yoongi.
And purple hearts everywhere.
No, like a little tiny Jimin.
that's fair. Aw, little tiny Jimin.
It's fine.
Which reminds me of one of our Violet VIPs, Purple Moon, and I cannot remember your real name right now. I'm very sorry, but Purple Moon got an adorable decal for the back of her car and shared it with us, and it's Bangtan, and it gets all the way to the end, and there's just, you see them, they're named, and the one at that very end is like half the size of the rest of them, and it just says JM in tiny letters. I was like, you did him so dirty.
Save Jimin. Hashtag save Jimin.
Small boned. Okay, guys.
Bless him.
Literally the same height as Yoongi.
1 centimeter.
Oh, I did that too soon. Never mind.
Steph, are you going to go back and retcon the one that we skipped?
Yeah, sorry, because I messed that up. So just announcement. Okay, so South Korea, our trip September 23rd through the 30th of next year. So many people were panicking, thinking we were going in a couple of weeks. No, I wish. But anyway, it is full. We filled it up in 4 days. So
Hey, you guys.
there are 20 of us going. And however, we are going to put on our website on the links page a link to Nuna's Nunshi's tours. There are other tours that she is doing. If you guys are planning on going and you couldn't make it to this one, but you still want to go, she's got other options. And all the information will be there for you. Once you register, it's going to ask, how did you hear about us? If you'll put AP 529, then we'll be able to follow you on your trip. We'll send you a little trinket, and that'll be awesome. So
Thank you.
it's going to be amazing.
Nice.
You know, and if you feel like flat Stanleying us, the rest of us who aren't going, or if you go on a future trip and you just want to flat Stanley all of us, flat AP 529, and just hold us up and
That's
pick
an
up.
idea.
I think I can spoil this because it's far enough along.
Yeah.
We do have kind of a flat Stanley thing coming. It's called the Bora Buddy.
Yeah.
This one was Steph's idea. So we have merch now. It's like a finger heart with our logo on it. We have it on a couple different products. So we've had people say, I'm going on a trip, like, what can I take with us? Or we've had actually people go places and like print out something of their own or write it down and like take pictures with Arty Project 529. So if you want to, you can take your Bora Buddy with you.
Yes.
That's funny, though. The idea of taking one of our faces is hysterical.
Any of us, all of us, our logo.
We should do it. We should definitely do it, Steph.
Well, yeah, we'll be taking them with us.
If we take a group photo in Kansas City, we can.
Yes. Can I just put it on my headband, and that way Katie's always up here above me?
Oh, that's cute.
It's adorable.
Katie. Little back name back here on the bed, like she's on my shoulders.
Oh, you're off task.
I was just gonna say, if she was on my shoulders, it would be, are you gonna finish anything? Anything. Finish one
Got
thing.
3 minutes.
One thing.
Finish this up, sister. Finish this up.
And I'm gonna be like,
Speech
no
bubble
can
says,
do.
okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
No can do. Sorry.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, people. Our own photo trading cards, yes, we do. Those would be in high demand.
Would they go?
High demand.
Would they?
Maybe we could put a puzzle on the back. If you got all 6, you get a puzzle.
I don't think this would sell much.
I don't think so.
Probably not a high demand item. Yeah,
Sure would be an interesting conversation piece, though.
they really would.
If it was like a deck of if it was like a deck of photo cards, but it had like our like maybe like our funniest quotes on it or something like that.
God.
I feel like that would be a bigger.
We could make our own Cards Against Humanity.
Out of context quotes from the 8.5 admins. It can get wild
The
and
name of
out of
it.
control.
The name of it would be "Don't Make It Weird."
No, we make it weird.
Don't make it weird unless it's interesting.
Unless it's
Don't
funny.
tease me with this because I know I'm excited. Okay.
Unless it's a game. In which
Oh my
case,
god.
weird at the fuck up.
Susan said I'd love to get a PC with a merch order. If we just start throwing it.
I could probably do the Jimin pose, you know, with the gold frame.
Especially if it's just like
Oh my God.
random shots of us like just holding things like
Yeah.
No, just outtakes. Like outtake stills from videos where you're like,
Freeze shots.
like way too close to the camera.
It's just the top of Lisa's Shabal hat. That's all we see.
Okay, we don't need to give people our DNA so they can start making movies out of us, okay?
Yeah.
Don't make it weird.
Just weird. Jocelyn made it weird.
now I'm wondering if I should bring Cards Against Humanity to Kansas
I think you
City.
totally should. Nail clippings. Oh my God.
All right. Okay. All right, so speaking of Kansas City, that's where the fuck we're gonna be next week, y'all. I know
In
we've been
Kansas
talking
City.
about it. Bringing the squirrel back to the farm.
Yeah, it
So reminders for that.
is. Here we come.
We are not going to have a Wednesday live this week because we're going to be busy packing. And as we've discussed, we are not going to have a blog next week. We will pick back up the following Sunday/Monday as usual. We will have a Sunday live while we're in Kansas City. It may not be the full 2 hours, but we will have a Sunday live. And we'll probably be going live at other times.
Yes.
Some of us may not be sober.
Yeah.
I will no longer be present for Sunday night. I'll be home.
Who knows? We will have
Never
a
know.
physical blog for this next week, but we will not be discussing said blog in the usual capacity that we do. We won't be having a watch party this coming Thursday. We won't be having a Friday watch party as per usual, as we do.
Edit the stuff in Discord.
Yeah. The stuff in Discord, Katie's going to edit it now, but yeah, those events will be changing, but they will be happening the following week. So when there's no blog, the week that we are returning from Kansas City, we will then discuss previous week's blog. We will have a watch party in that following week. So it'll all even out in the end. It will all even out in the end. So yeah, we are trying to watch. We might be trying to watch Are You Sure? In a bit of a impromptu watch party in the Discord, but we're not 100% promising that it will work. We have a plan to try. That is all we can say right now.
I'm crossing fingers.
Yeah. did we say like, yeah, it depends. It really depends on what's going on. I would say keep an eye out for an announcement for the typical time. Where are we going to be in Central? What is that? Central or Mountain?
Central.
So it would be 8 Central, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know.
It's a time.
Yeah, sorry, we're celebrating hitting the halfway point by kind of taking a week partially off.
Partially off, yes.
Partially.
Yeah. So Sunday, yeah, Katie mentioned we will still go live on Sunday. Central time zone is what I was referring to. Usually we put everything in Eastern. I was just saying that we're all going to be in the Central time zone while we're in Kansas City. So I was kind of thinking about it that way. But Sunday Live still on. I think most of us will still be in Kansas City for that, just not Doc, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I think we've got pretty much the schedule fleshed out, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. There's going to be tons of stuff. I don't even know everything that's going on. So a lot of it's going to be a fun surprise for me too.
Every time I jump onto Discord, there's like 63 missed messages like, Christina, you're going to be doing this and this and this. I'm like, am I? Interesting.
I'm just going to show up, you guys.
Interesting.
You're being tasked, Christina. You're being tasked.
Listen, Christina, your latest assignment is going to be in the movie.
The Discord calendar is updated. The Google calendar is updated.
Thank you.
The biggest assignment is to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That is the main goal.
That is
to have fun.
And for people who aren't from Kansas City, I am sure that most of you are not caught up on the blog. So this is your free pass week.
This is your time.
Excellent time.
Yep.
That's fun.
That's
It's a catch-up week.
And then be ready to join us on lives. We'll go live. Any of us might go live at any random time. So make
Doc
sure
has made signs to warn the general public that there is a live happening.
Yep.
Follow us.
I'll be bringing a bunch of them up. So, like, if you're going to, anybody who's planning lives or stupid nonsense can grab a sign and take it. So
Yes.
that way the general public doesn't wander in on a live, or people who don't want to be on a video don't wander in on a
We
live.
have plans for that.
So there's a contingency plan.
people that don't want to be associated with us.
Fair.
Valid. That means valid.
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 Totally valid. Like I like being part of them, but I don't want other people to know I'm part of them.
That's exactly right. I will secretly be a part of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Shall we move on?
What's up?
We shall move on.
Run Gin episode 4 is out. It came out on Tuesday morning. It is part 1 of we don't know how many parts. This one had Yunjin from TXT. It also had Kwak from YouTube, and it had a MMA fighter whose name I'm blanking on. It is pure fucking joy, guys. If you haven't seen Run Gin episode 4, you need to go see it. It is on YouTube's on the Bangtan TV channel. It is so fucking funny. And as in typical Jin fashion, first of all, he named his own self Team Kimsuk Jin, and then starts telling the MMA fighter next to him, like, no, you don't understand. Team Kimsuk Jin used to be like, they always won back in the day. Back in the day. The amount of times he says back in the day.
Back in my day.
Astronomical. Like, this bitch, like, everything that happened pre-military is back in the day, and like it's some ancient artifactual history. It was freaking hysterical.
He's like, it's been 84 years.
84
I
years.
mean, one of those kids in the last episode asked him how long he was served in the military, and he just off the cuff without batting an eye, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Because why not?
I mean, really?
Feels like it.
he
Yeah, feels like
look
it.
at the microphone. He's like, "Oh, it's wireless now. So much has happened since
Yeah.
I've been gone."
Completely
Look
changed.
at this camera. Look at how this selfie stick works. It's amazing how technology has changed. What do you mean there's an automatic ramen cooker that existed before I went to the military? How advanced?
Technology has advanced so much while I was away. It's just like you.
Amazing how technology has advanced in the last 18 months as he's looking at a piece of equipment that's been there for 5 years.
What a dork.
Okay.
Because
so
why not?
I don't know about you guys' favorite parts from the episode. You guys don't have to tell us your favorite parts. But my favorite part was how Jin guilted Youngjin into changing his name from Choi and his buzzword name. So they're playing the typical run of the BTS game. They have to yell their name before they can answer the question.
Yeah.
So he guilts him into changing his name from Choi Youngjin to Tomorrow by Together Choi Youngjin.
Well, no, it started as Tomorrow by Together, Choi Yeon-jin. But then he said, "Oh, do you want to shorten it? You want to make it shorter?" And Yeon-jin was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll just do Choi Yeon-jin." And then so Jin goes, "Okay, I'll change mine from Kim Suk-jin to Jin."
To Jin.
Even shorter.
And then immediately the YouTube guy changes his name to Kwok, and the MMA fighter changes his name to Hey!
Yay!
Hey.
And Yeon-jin was sitting there like,
Betrayal!
but the way that he
Don't
guilted
be
him,
sick.
the way that he guilted him at the beginning when Yeonjin's trying to come up with his team, he's like, "Well, shouldn't you do Tomorrow by Together, Yeonjin?" And Yeonjin's like,
Do you
"What's
not
up?"
even love Moas?
He's like, "Don't you love your team?" And Yeonjin's like, "That's a lot to say." "Yes, I love." Okay, that's my team name.
Well, and side note, we were all kind of curious when they said Yeonjin was going to be on this episode. We're like, that's interesting. And then it happens to have coincided with the announcement of his mixtape. So,
I know, which is
I know we're not like a TXT group, but they love Bangtan. Bangtan loves them.
I do love the edits that are going around that are basically saying the BTS boys are just picking on them and then they show him on Social Talk and then this, and then where he's just passed out basically, and Yoongi's laughing at him. And then now here he is getting doused in water constantly.
I mean, I pretty much, it's my headcanon that Jin just when he has time, because clearly he's busy, but when he's been at the Hyde building, he just wanders in and interrupts whatever they're doing.
Just like he did the other boys. That's exactly right.
Yeah, because they're family basically, and he wants to interact, and he's just gonna go in and young the hell out of them.
In my head canon, that's how Jin ended up on the Seraphim's dance challenge. Is he just
He's just wandering around.
what are you guys doing? What's happening here? Are you guys even working?
What you
What are you
doing?
doing? Are you wasting electricity in here, or are you doing something? And then they were like, "We're doing this dance. You want to join the dance challenge?" And he'd be like, "Oh, well, I think I make it."
I mean, not really.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you can afford this face and these moves?
These long legs.
We need to do an edit. Remember that edit that was going around a few weeks? I don't know. Maybe it was a month or two ago with the Silk Sonic song, or the "What you doing? What you doing? Where you at?" And it was just a bunch of clips of curious. Why don't we do that with Jin? He's popping in the Hyde. "What you doing? Where you at?"
Yeah. No, actually, and it should also be, there should be, or maybe a second one of Jimin popping up in the back of Lives in Namjoon's door.
Jimin needs a lot of love and attention
Aw. Jimin.
in the background. So yeah, there is a new Run Jin coming out.
Flying
Part
Jin.
2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
We don't know how many parts.
Yeah.
This time
And they're going to get
thrown.
thrown into the water.
Yeah.
That's going to be a sight to watch.
Yes.
Freaking tossed. When Kwok doesn't like water, he said he doesn't like water. He's only joined the show for the other three guys there, from Jin, basically. But he's got a life vest on when they're tossing him. I'm like, that's a true sacrifice right there. He don't like water, but he came on the water throwing.
That's a professional right there.
Just for Jin. They got a life vest on him. So
I mean, I have a feeling Jin is a fan of his channel. I get the sneaking suspicion that Jin is a fan of his channel, and he probably when he found out that Jin was a fan, he was like, okay, well, I mean, I have to do it. I gotta do it.
I mean,
They're also the same age.
Yeah, they are the same age too. Yeah.
So the same age. They were like, oh, my friend. My chingu. My friend.
Indeed.
Anyway. So talking about friends. Well, look what I did there. Are you sure? Episode 6 is out. It came out in the middle of the night on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we have Jimin and JK in Japan in another kind of water, in frozen water. We have them in the snow. It was like snowing. And who watched from here? I know that some people haven't watched yet. But my favorite, and I approve so much, getting off a plane in the middle of the night in Japan and going to the convenience store and picking out on kimbabs and beer. Count me in.
Yes.
I would do that anytime.
I have been literally like, I cannot stop thinking about those kimbaps.
They look so delicious.
And somebody posted a picture of some that they made in the Discord, and I was like, how dare you? I want to dive into this picture and eat it.
that was a very rude picture on the Discord.
Freaking yum.
Yeah.
And they ate so much that I think that they just passed out because the next morning when they wake up, there was such a mess in that room.
They just laying around food. They just like wandered, and that's
they just like completely passed out.
Literally, get off a plane, go to a convenience store, and
get some food.
I loved that we got the other side, or more into the dumpling incident. I like that we got that, and then more about kind of their squabbles and even like the Namjoon forehead kiss, like all of that, any of that, like that behind the scenes that we don't get to see. I love that stuff.
Yeah. The lore drops are pretty cool.
Yes.
The lore drops are pretty cool.
Yes.
And then we also got a version of Jung Cookie when he was cleaning his face, because don't tell me that he didn't look like cookie dough. Like his face looked like a 15-year-old Jung Kook was like back to life cleaning his face with that headband.
Yep,
His cooking was gone.
Yeah, that was gone.
Yeah.
Which is partly why I didn't realize it at first, why he was looking so young. And I was like, oh, he'd already taken his piercings out.
Yep.
And the other thing that bothered me to no like end was him walking on Converse, on those Converse shoes in the freaking snow.
Yeah.
I would have gone all mom on him, like, where are your freaking boots?
Yep.
But anyway.
One time you don't wear your giant black stomper boots.
I know.
Yes. I mean, the only time he's not wearing his boots is when he's in the middle of snow. Okay.
Right. They changed that like 12 days before they left or something. And it was like hardly any.
It was really soon, because it was literal like a couple days after his golden showcase.
Yep. Yep.
And you could tell that it was in their minds, because they were talking about the military the entire episode. It's like, I will think about the snow when it's snowing and we're in the military. So they were already like thinking, okay, that's where we're going next.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
thinking about it, I feel like they were. I felt like that they were in a good headspace about it when they were talking about it, which was very comforting. I mean,
and then
sorry, go ahead. And
then the scene in the station was kind of weird with that cartoon on the back.
I think they just decided like they didn't want to bother trying to like edit people out. So I think they just decided. I thought it was pretty neat the way that they just. They made it like a drawing behind them.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job. And then of my other favorite moments, Jimin jumping in the snow like a puppy was really cute, and lamenting his completely useless maha with
Oh my god.
cats.
Yeah.
Having a full monologue about it,
Yeah.
which was kind of cute.
It's like, why do we even make those videos? Why?
Yeah, it's like
JK
it doesn't
tried
work.
in
It's a
the
myth.
earlier episode, JK tried it. It didn't work for him either. So
Yeah.
apparently they both watched it.
So literally, they're just like sending each other these videos.
You can probably send it. Look at this cat video.
It's like,
You know what's
why does it work
fascinating?
for other people but not for me?
It's cat specific because I have 3 cats and only one will respond to the one out of 3. The other
Oh,
2 look at me like I'm a fucking psychopath every time I do it. Like, I'm not coming to that. What are you doing? I will come when I feel like it. And then one will come every time when I start the where he'll just show up. So it's cat specific, whether or not they respond to that sound or not.
Yeah,
That's
Teresa,
interesting.
I'm with you. The point where he talked about having a daughter, I was a puddle. Like I was just like,
aw,
I saw the clips of that and I lost my shit.
with the little girl.
that man.
Yeah.
Give him a girl right now. Somebody go get him a girl right now.
It's time, Stephanie.
The time has come.
Anyway, more calendar events about Are You Sure? 9/18, the notice of the photo book comes out. 9/19, the photo book pre-order begins. And 9/29, so September 29 is the release of the photo book. So if you're interested in a photo book of Are You Sure? Just remember those dates.
How did I miss that announcement? When did that happen?
It happened a while ago that they announced that. I keep forgetting about it too.
Oh.
So like
So
a calendar.
you
of
have a
stuff
reminder
related-
now.
Are you sure? That was like the first thing that came out, and then they've said nothing about it since then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But was it 2? No, it was episode 3 with the no shirts. Is there a lot of episode 3?
Yeah, that's what I would be interested to know if there was going to be a lot of. I mean,
like if like half of
episode
the book could be.
3, 4, 5, all of that had a lot of shirtless in it.
In the pool. Yeah.
Pool. Is there going to be a lot of? Basically, we're asking about the pool because we're very interested in that window.
Very into water.
So all the summer months would get
Very
photos from
This is
that trip.
architectural interest. You know, we're
It's just
very,
science, guys, for
very
architectural
interested in
skills and
I'm
science.
serious about aquatics.
swimming. Very serious about unique aquatic experiences.
Right.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
the aquatics, it's the architecture.
Underwater photography.
Yeah, underwater
it's
photography.
the
Underwater
art,
photography is important.
It's
Yeah.
the art involved. These are things that science needs more study on.
Research.
The anatomy of laying back in water and having it go up your
Listen.
nose. I wouldn't have known that otherwise.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also research.
We're learning.
So if you swim,
Scientific research.
But, proper research requires repetition. So,
A lot of repetition. Yeah.
Memorization.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very
Yes.
important, actually, scientifically true. You remember things better if you study them right before you go to sleep.
Also,
Oh,
repetition
that's a good one.
right before you
Yep.
sleep is the key to memorizing things and turning short term into long term.
Mhm.
It's
Note
just
to self.
it's science, guys. It's for
We have facts on our side. We have facts on our side.
Yeah.
Well, and
We
Jeannie
study.
Jeannie says it's all self care. So
It is.
self
Exactly.
important, my friends.
Yep.
Very, very, very important.
Yeah. Oh, I one of my favorite parts was when they were listening to Super Tuna in the car. That was
Oh, that was the best. Like Jimin is like,
just being like, how did he think? Like you could just literally, like he wanted to say, like, what goes on in his brain? He's watching it going, how did he think to do this? And Jake
yeah,
is like,
how did
watching
he
the
do
video
this? Why
on
did
it.
he do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
But they both knew the lyrics backwards and forwards. They were singing the lyrics. So
they're
man,
very
they gotta listen
complex.
to it.
Very deep.
Not
It's
surprised about
catchy.
Jay at all. Knowing that song, he has sung it.
It's a 1 minute long song with incredibly complex and thoughtful lyrics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
I like,
there's
how
some hard-
I like how Jimin thinks he's the only non-weird person in the group. He was like, everyone's a weirdo but me. And JK's like, speak for yourself. You're weird too.
Just look at him like, oh, okay.
Okay, if you think so.
Okay.
I saw you talking in those woods in episode or two.
Into who determines what is weird, really.
Exactly.
Who sets the standard for normal? Oh,
Yeah, brings us back to Mini Money again.
Yeah.
They had this whole conversation. So see, Jimin is obsessed with this concept of who decides what's normal, which honestly, valid.
we've had that same conversation on a lot.
I agree with him.
Normal
I
is a
thought that part was
concept.
actually, although it was funny, it was very, you're exactly right.
No, it's for real. Like,
Very profound. Yeah.
Yeah, normal is boring. Who wants to be normal, quote unquote, like realistically?
and honestly, it's so subjective. It's so subjective. Like, think about, I always think about the Addams family. Like, that was their normal.
Mhm.
And then, normal.
Normal.
And they were happy and so kind and fun and, just great all around people. And other people came around and they were like, you're so weird. They're like, what does that mean?
I actually don't trust people that tell me they're normal. I don't. If somebody says I'm very normal, I just don't trust that person at all.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I immediately think they're boring and have no hobbies, but that's just me because I'm weird.
Right.
I think that might be slightly strange. I don't think anybody's normal.
No, we're weird up in here. This is odd.
This is what you get.
Fine. It's fine. I have fun in odd things.
I might have cared when I was in my 20s what the hell people thought if I was weird, but now, nope.
I cared about something, but not that. I didn't care if people thought that I was weird or not. But I mean,
Not at all anymore. Yeah.
yeah, definitely not. Once you pass, I'd say once you pass 35, but really once you pass 40, the field of fucks is barren.
Yeah.
There's no,
Yes.
no
There's
fun.
nothing.
Barren.
He burned.
Absolutely.
He burned in the dumpster fire of the previous years.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that Christina is next.
Cool.
If somebody else wants to.
But if somebody else wants to pick it up, go for it.
Christina, what are you thinking?
Sorry. My family just got back from Costco, so they're putting groceries away. So that's what you hear in the background.
Mm.
Nice.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I am still in limited theaters September 18th. Yes, I have a group I'm going with, but we don't have our shit together quite yet. But we're gonna get there. A new trailer dropped a couple of days ago, and I love that about Twitter specifically, because as soon as a trailer drops for any of these guys, people are taking screenshots, and so there's tons of pictures that flood the timeline all of a sudden. And I'm like, why is JK passed out on the floor? What is this?
Right.
Oh, a new trailer came out, so people take
There's
screenshots.
already edits on TikTok too.
Yeah, that people take that from.
Pretty good.
So if you want to find somebody to go with, if you do not have someone to go with yet, if you're in our Discord, in the local Hangouts section, you can find friends to go with you, because it's more fun that way. I have a group that we always go to the same movie theater, and in this central part of town, and I've been going with them since D-Day. Yeah. And I see people posting pictures of what they're doing for little freebies that they're giving out and what outfits they're wearing, and it's all really cool. Make it like a festival. That's how it's supposed to be. And then I love how the people at the movie theater, the sweet children at the movie theater that are the popcorn people and working there, are like, so what are you guys all here for? And we're like, oh, don't ask that question. And then 20 people are like,
Yeah.
BTS.
and everybody in the movie theater is like, Oh, you guys again. Oh, right. Okay. But I enjoy that.
Well,
I enjoy that. So it's like, yeah. And if you don't know who Jung Kook is by this point, I don't know where you're living, what part of the world you're living in, what part of the corner of the internet you're hiding in. If you don't know who Jung Kook is,
I don't
so,
know.
Or under a stone. Under a stone.
Can you even
Yeah.
be on the internet and not know?
I don't. That's really strange, right? Really strange. So,
New York
yeah.
is New Yorking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
It's just like sirens. It's New York.
So yeah, I love how we've just taken over September and been like, it is Namjoon and JK month. That's it.
As it
We've
should
decided.
be.
We've decided.
September belonged to Army because it's their month.
Yep. So yeah. So there you go.
So today is a special day, my friends.
Oh.
He's getting props, guys.
It's the 1-year anniversary of Layover.
Wow.
1
Time
year
really
with
does go by
TKs.
fast. Time goes by really
Wow.
fast.
Tay.
A year ago today. And yes. We're about to talk about all the things that happened today.
Yep. All the things.
We were already planning on talking about the 1-year anniversary here. I'll let everybody take a gander here of not that. that while we talk. We were already planning on talking about the 1-year anniversary of Layover, but then a lot of other stuff kind of happened today too. But I do want to say really quickly, I don't want to like belabor this point, but if it was not for this album, this project would not have me because Layover is the entire reason that I created a TikTok account.
I didn't know that.
Yep. This is some AP 529 lore right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was already in Army and I'd already been in Army for a while, but I'd just been existing on YouTube. That's it. I'd just been existing on YouTube and commenting on YouTube videos. And but it really ramped up when D-Day came out, and I got like super into it. That was the first album I bought, and then I bought Face, and I started getting like, I need to talk to people about this. And as the summer went on, I was like, I just really need to talk. And then 7 came out, and I was like, don't have anybody to talk to about this. And then when they announced Taehyung's album, I was like, oh, that's it. That's fucking it. I was like, I'm never gonna get a TikTok. I'm never gonna get a TikTok. And I was like, that's it. I'm getting a fucking TikTok.
There you go.
So that's the entire reason, so that I could talk to armies about Layover, because I needed to talk about it. So that is why I got on TikTok, and that is how I found Stephanie, and that is how I became involved with this project. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Thank you, Tay Tay.
Yes.
Oh, Tay.
Thank you.
We are. So
All the
I
credit
wanna
to
ask
Tay.
everybody really quickly, what's your favorite song from Layover? And you can tell us in the comments.
I won't tell you my favorite song because pretty much all of them are, but Layover is very close to my heart for one reason that you probably all know. All the videos from Layover are filmed in my home country. So for me, it was amazing to recognize the places where the videos are filmed that I've seen so many times and that are close to my heart because it's my country.
Yeah. Beautiful locations. Absolutely beautiful locations.
Yeah. So I love it for many reasons, but that's one of them.
I see like all of the songs being
Every
named.
song being named. Yep.
Yeah. We're just,
I
yeah.
don't know that I can pick a favorite off of that one. Like for me, it's a no skips album, and anytime I listen to any of it, I listen to all of it.
All of it.
Like I can't just listen to one song off of Layover. I have to start it at the beginning and let the whole thing roll. And that's the only way for me that I can listen to his album. So I don't have a favorite off of it because they're all so good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
Totally.
I mean, my own literally only hi Sky. Right now we're chatting about Layover. Literally my only complaint is that it's too short.
That's exactly what I was
Yes.
going to say. Yep.
True.
That's-
That would be true.
Yep.
That would be the
Katie,
only
you're on
negative
mute.
part of that.
Katie, you're muted.
I said that's not your only complaint, but I don't know if we're going to talk about the second complaint.
Probably not because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So you know.
Somebody's involvement. Somebody's involvement.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah. We're not talking
Oh,
about
let's
that.
not talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. But my about the actual album itself is that it's too short.
Yes, agreed.
Totally.
Mhm.
I could have had like at least 6 more songs, maybe, more, but I really hope that he's got another
I'm just saying maybe it was short because they saved the other songs for.
I was going to say, is there another one?
I mean,
I'm holding on hope that Friends.
album, we just don't know when.
That
Well, yeah, I'm sure he'll have another one. I think he's going to have another one before he's done with his service.
I think so.
Crossing
too.
everything.
We've started to track these birthday releases. It's starting to become a bit of a habit where they're
Mhm.
around birthdays.
Yep.
So slow down. Yeah, all of the songs are good. I can, and
For
I
his
can.
birthday, we're either getting another album or the Layover documentary.
Documentary.
Yeah, it's one of the two, another album or another documentary.
Well, it's got to be.
That'll be fun.
But
I mean, if it's a documentary and it's in Spain, I'm just gonna die. Like, directly.
I mean,
I'm just gonna like completely pass out on my face. Yeah.
You'll be the ghost of Patricia.
Mhm.
yeah. Leslie, listen, Taehyung is not on our no more list. He's allowed one more thing, and then that's it.
No, that's it.
Or some people like Namjoon, no more. He gets nothing else before his month is here because we could literally add nothing else to his month.
His month is so fun.
Stop, Namjoon.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just no more. We cannot take it anymore.
For those who don't know, because I don't know how much we've talked about this, when we are done with the OT7 discography, we're doing a month for each member, roughly a month. I think there's some,
Just a little bit of leeway.
because some of them, like Namjoon, have way more solo stuff than others. So,
Yeah.
Or they did when we planned it.
or they did when we planned it.
Yeah.
So,
Things
Some
change.
people have been adding to it.
They just keep making stuff.
they keep releasing stuff, and we're just bobbing and weaving.
Yeah.
We just
You're
go.
beating us.
We just go. Okay, back into the spreadsheet.
No diet. No BTS diet for us. Food.
Once more into the breach.
Yeah.
Leslie's barely treading water at this point in time as they keep releasing things because she does all the lyric sheets.
Yes, indeed. So,
And are we're gonna do all 7 too. All 7.
Well, so
All 7.
Jung Kook
So
Band
you-
27.
You join us during
Yes.
X members month and you think that we're only focused on that member. It's because we just
you know, we're
haven't
going to have to
gotten
keep
that other
reminding
member.
people.
I know, that's why I started right now.
We're going to have to remind
Every
people
single-
about going through all 7.
For those who don't know, the joke is that every time we talk about one member, solos of another member come at us and they're like, you never talk about this member. It's like we literally did like half an hour ago. You just weren't here.
You just weren't
Yeah.
here. Exactly.
Yeah.
I had a girl come after me in my comments the other day. I deleted it because I quote unquote never talk about Jimin. And I was like,
No, that's the only thing you can do with those comments.
For those who don't know, Jimin is one of Steph's biases. So
Yeah. So
I'm like, you watched probably one thing and we're like, she didn't talk about Jimin. And then she's like, and I'm like, I talk about Jimin like every other fucking day.
Literally every fifth sentence out of Stephanie's mouth is Park Jimin is a little angel.
That's exactly right.
Mhm.
That's been, you know what? I never
you
talk
know
about
what? The hardest job in chapter 2 is being an OT7 army. Nobody appreciates how much work it is to be an OT7 army.
It is
It is exhausting. It's worth it, but it's exhausting.
really, it's like getting hit. Like
Yes.
Really exhausting.
it's
So
like plates spinning in the air. You're trying to keep all the plates in the air.
Yeah. Speaking of
Just-
exhausting. So I commented, I don't remember if it was on last Wednesday's live or last Sunday's live, but on one of those lives, I said, hey guys, I just want to let you know in advance that I happened to make the comment today that Kim Taehyung has been a little quiet.
And therefore, you're going to fuck us up.
So if we get something one of these days, I'm just saying I'm sorry in advance.
He might show up.
It's Quincy's fault, guys. I'm just showing
I
it.
think some other people contributed, but yes, I
You summoned.
But I summoned him, but that's fine. So Taehyung came to Weverse today. Oh God, there it is.
Oh, look at him.
This
Today.
bitch is more important. Just look at him.
And he made 2 posts
2 comments and 1 post.
and a post, and the post was this picture of him with Yeontan making a little heart around Tanya's face, and
Jonathan is the goodest boy.
and he said that and he was like, yeah, I missed you too, or something like that. Basically, like, Tan's like, if you could just get off me. the dog is
For real. Yeah.
But and then he said that he had come to Weverse on somebody. He commented on somebody's that, like, he had come to Weverse because he's tired, and he came to Weverse because he wanted to get energy from us.
Yeah.
Virgin.
But for those of you who
Okay.
don't know, the day before yesterday, for us, so I think technically the 7th maybe was Yeontan's birthday. His 7th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that Taehyung went on leave and he went to go visit his dog for his birthday.
Find a man who will take a day off from the military to come visit your dog.
It's the cutest thing in the history of time.
So adorable.
So if that doesn't melt you into a little puddle of goo,
That's really cute.
he went to go visit his dog on his birthday. So yeah, we got that and a couple of comments from him, and so it was really nice to see him on Weverse and to get that, and just the literal cutest picture alive.
So freaking cute. Wow.
Yes, he
Look
went
at
to go.
Daddy the puppy.
I know.
That is
Just sitting here making a list of everything that everyone has done, so I can stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
He did. He wrote. Oh yeah, and M wrote a fan letter. I mean, she had to address it to V, but it was a fan letter to Yeontan for his birthday, and she.
It was so fucking cute.
I mean, technically, he did have his debut, so maybe he should have. I mean, I'm just saying, Weverse. Maybe Yeontan should have his own section.
Give Yeontan a fan letter section, guys.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Look at the puppers.
Look at that
If you
face.
give him one, you have to give Bum one.
Yep.
You gotta give Holly one, too. Give Holly
Give
one.
Holly one. Min Holly.
He's not technically his dog.
Aww.
Holly is his family's dog.
Yeah.
He loves her.
Puppers.
I will not listen to any Min Holly slander in this.
Thank you, Christina.
Yes.
I thought it was his dog until fairly recently, and someone corrected me.
It's not slander. I'm just saying, technically, it's his family's dog, not him, but he loves him just the
He
same.
loves him.
All the dogs.
That man is soft-hearted for animals. Don't tell me anything otherwise.
Yeah.
Puppers.
I don't think that Jimin has a cat. I think that's just a rumor because I don't think he would have time.
I thought he said he wanted cats, but he was allergic to them.
I think he stated publicly that he's allergic to cats. So unless
I mean, it is very easy to get a hypoallergenic cat, but I don't know that. I still don't think he has one.
now my headcanon is that he is a Sphinx cat.
Oh my god.
I'm hoping he gets a hypoallergenic cat after he gets a military.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Can I ask a question since we're still on the topic of Tay and different events? This just came to my mind. Is there any chance that instead of the documentary for Tay, that's what the photo book was, since nobody else did a photo book?
I don't think Hybe would let a documentary go.
I don't don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that Big Hit would let the opportunity to documentary really like away from them. Also, I
There's
don't
been
think
5
that
now.
Hive wants to face the backlash of doing documentaries for 6 of them and not all 7. So I really think that
Imagine the Twitter.
for everybody.
Imagine the Twitter.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
Imagine.
it would be a very ugly landscape if they didn't.
Side note,
Yes.
the photo book was released as Kim Tae-hyun.
Yes.
And also, it was Army Day. It was for a different.
Yeah, it was an army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully believe that they will have a documentary for Layover.
Yeah.
If he does have a second album releasing,
Please.
it'll be a documentary for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, documentary for Layover. Please, please, please.
I mean, at this point, I'm
Still
saying
on for a second album.
5 out of 7. I cannot imagine that they would not do it for the last 2.
Right. The last 2 have to. They just have to.
Yeah.
I
There
agree.
has to be a
I'm
month.
100%
want-
positive they're filming the documentary for Jin now because he's doing his album now. But
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get a film of some kind.
December
Yeah.
we'll get Tay's documentary.
Speaking of documentaries, Stephanie, you're up next.
Oh, Namjoon, Mr. President.
President Namjoon.
Okay, so we called it, or actually Katie did, because Katie kept saying this shit's gonna drop around birthdays. It's just gonna drop around birthdays, and sure enough, it's dropping around his birthday. So we're gonna get a documentary on the making of RPWP. Thank you for writing that in the notes because I wouldn't have remembered the order of the letters. It is going to. It's going to premiere at the Busan Film Festival in October, and the trailer was out. We all watched it together during our meeting the other day, and it's very artsy and really cool.
Beautiful.
And I was saying, my thing is, I feel like we're all gonna walk out like it's gonna be like watching Mini Moni, but on such like we're gonna get so much like I think deep into what his psyche and like what he's truly been thinking for the last several years that I think it's gonna be mind blowing.
I think it's made Mini Moni cross with like an art museum, like a modern art museum.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to listen to like Namjoon talk for like almost 2 hours. I just want to hear what he has to say about so many things. All the things, really.
Yeah, I just need that deep ass voice of his. Let's just be real. Just
I mean, I literally just want to hear.
Let's do it. Bring it on.
So I think we've mentioned this before, but we'll say it again. So it's premiering at the Busan International Film Festival, the BIFF, if you will, in October. They said it will be announced or will be released to the public. So we assume showing in theaters or something at a later date. They haven't announced it yet. So keep an eye out.
But they did tell us they will announce at a later date for international viewings. So it is coming
Yes, it's coming.
to internationals. So
I hope it will be in theaters, if not on a streaming platform we can all access. It would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we don't have any information on the release, but they said it will be released. What else?
No, next.
And speaking of our friend Namjoon, we played it at the beginning of the live. Everybody's favorite counting song.
Yes.
Never Play.
Never play.
Yep. And we had been waiting for this for years. We knew that because we've talked about before, BTS always does trades for features. They don't pay for features. So we knew that there was something coming with Megan Thee Stallion and BTS. Turned out to be just a feature. Turned out to be a feature with only Namjoon, not the rest of the guys. And yeah, it's great. It's a fun little song.
It is very short, but it's like, I don't think it needed to be longer. It
does its job. And yeah, I tweeted about this. I talked to Caitlin about this. We both have kids who are about the same age. My daughter just turned 3, so did hers. And yeah, the first I played it, we both listened to it when it came out at midnight, and then we both got in the car the next morning to take our kids where they had to go, plugged in the phone, and Neva Play started playing because it was the last thing we had listened to. And both of our kids, I think her kid, I won't say gender because I don't know if she shares that, but her kid started counting along with it. My daughter just went, there's counting in this song. There's numbers in this song. So it's for the kids. For the kids.
it's
For the kids.
It's for all ages.
Just out here making music for the kids.
and the rest of us.
Somebody called it an ass clapper for the kids.
I mean, JK taught us the day of the week.
I've never simultaneously counted and had my toes curl in such a way in my entire life.
She also has a very deep, interesting voice.
She does.
Yeah.
And
They
nails that would
both
scare you.
sounded very good.
Oh my gosh,
Very
everything
good.
about the song is absolute perfection, including the music video.
Yeah.
It's an earworm, and it's an earworm that also sounds very pleasant.
Yes.
Like sometimes earworms are annoying. This one is not. It
Yes.
sounds very
Orally,
Mhm.
Aural.
good. Orally. I don't
Yep.
know.
Very good. Let's see. Sorry, I'm checking the notes. And yeah, I know Christina and Doc were both deep in the memes. The internet was
We were all
about
creating them back and
joyous
forth.
commentary,
Loved it.
most of which is not safe for the internet at this hour. And we,
But it was up there at 11 o'clock in the morning. You better believe it.
Suitable for
we all hope that Namjoon or someone on his team or Taeyoung saw these things and sent them to him, and that he felt as good about himself as he should feel.
Like
Yeah.
Kim
Yes.
Namjoon got his whole ass internet up on fire.
The third
They have lost their collective minds. The thirsting has been thirsting. Oh, that what's up, Stallion?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And he wasn't even in the video as himself. He was a cartoon, and still, all we
Yes.
needed was the sound.
yeah,
All you needed, just add it up in your homes.
okay. So here's, I know we all miss him and we wish we would have been able to see him. However, what I think that ended up doing inadvertently was a good thing, because then what people were doing was going to search out, wait a second, who is this guy then? What does he look like? And then once they figured out what he looked like, they were like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I like to know more.
and they lost
I
their
liked it
shit
better.
further.
I liked it better animated, and also it's worth it to point out that it very much fits in with the entire aesthetic that Megan Thee Stallion has been doing lately with her album and everything. Because she is everything's been very Asian themed. Like she's very vocal about how much she loves like video games and anime and all that kind of stuff. So it's very much like these are things that she is interested in and she finds cool.
It was
and so she's been
perfect.
theming it around. Yes.
Well, and something I noticed was, yes, it sounds like a video game, like that's what the chords and the pings in the song are supposed to sound like, but also the tones of it. I don't know the right musical term for it, but the tones of it sounds like a scale. Like they use different tonic scales, and I was like, this is so like deeply Japanese influence, but also a Western pop song. Like it was such a good combination.
A lot of really productive, like the production was well thought out on that
Yes,
song.
so the fact that there were anime influences in both the visuals and the music and Japanese, that was all great. And
I was getting the whole time I was watching that video, I was just getting Cowboy Bebop all up in that look. Like Namjoon, his suit.
yeah, I don't know, like I've heard of Cowboy Bebop, but
Anybody knows Cowboy Bebop, you know what I'm talking about.
I heard several people say. So that was
Well,
great. And he did clarify, because a lot of people heard, because this always sucks when a song comes out and it takes them hours to get lyrics up. So a lot of people were interpreting one of his lines as, "For Asian men, we paved the way."
That's what I thought.
What he said.
That's what I thought.
He went on his Instagram stories within a few hours, and it was, "For Asia, comma, man, comma, we paved the way." So, yeah, which is so funny because he did that in a live last year. I guess somebody said BTS paved the way, and he goes, "Yeah, I guess we kind of did."
Why not? We did.
We totally did.
We did.
And then he laughed and he was like, yeah, it's true.
He was probably writing that freaking verse that day.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. It's, you know what? Yeah, talk your shit. Say it. It's true.
Hey, I literally said that in my video. I was like, talk your shit, RM, because
Facts, man.
So great,
just a fact.
great song. Show some support.
Props to Psy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He
gave props to Sai too.
He did. And then what I love too was there's a video going around Twitter right now where basically it's all the idols that have ever said the words BTS paved the way. And it's just all together in a big compilation. And it's like every time anybody wants to talk any kind of shit about no, they didn't, that compilation gets linked. And I just love it because that's exactly what should happen. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
It is. It's a very hip hop thing to do.
That's and that so that was really interesting. I know I don't want to repeat myself because I talked about this too, but in one of my videos. But you know, if you've listened to hip hop at all, you would know that it's the concept of being braggadocious and swagger, and like it's not the time to be humble. So I was totally scratching my head when haters were saying he should be humble. What?
Like, have you listened to hip hop?
No. Yeah.
Wait, did you listen to Megan's verse at all?
Yeah. No.
Right?
No.
You cannot call yourself, like, you cannot fucking utter the words, he should be humble on his hip hop verse feature and ever have listened to hip hop a day in your fucking life. You can't, it's those two things don't go together. You've never done it.
So
I think, yeah, people are used to like K-pop idol hip hop, and that's not always the same thing as like,
Yeah. But I was gonna say, have they ever heard a cipher?
yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like you haven't paid attention to BTS's like really down in it, like hip hop, like the ciphers and things like that. But yes, it is definitely, and this was not a BTS song. This was a Megan Thee Stallion song.
and right, but even then though, somebody pointed out, which I agree, he didn't say I paved the way. He said we. He meant BTS.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't just him featuring, he was basically saying it for all seven.
Mhm.
So yeah, I loved it.
Great.
Yeah.
Great song.
Anyway.
Namjoon represent.
All right.
Oh, it's me?
Christina's up.
Happy birthday, Namjoon. Another birthday compilation.
We won't be able to be.
Yes.
Thursday.
It's
It's
Thursday,
Thursday,
so
which is the
we'll
day
be-
we're all traveling.
Thursday.
Yeah, so we'll pop in, but I will have, yes, and thank you to Riven. Riven watched all these videos for me to be able to get the links for them. So I appreciate that, Riven.
Yeah,
And yeah, birthday compilations. I go through and watch them and the clips and pick the ones that I think are the most outstanding, which is very difficult to do. But you can always go and find the whole videos if you want to watch the whole videos because they're great.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I'll work on that and that'll get dropped on his birthday. And then yeah, Twitter old birthday tweets. I love when people do this.
Oh my gosh, it's been so much.
Armies save everything.
Oh wait.
There are screenshots and receipts going all the way back to before they debuted, I swear. And so when birthdays come up, people start pulling through their old screenshots and tweets and they put it out there. Like, remember when this happened?
They like comment on it so it happens back on the timeline. Can I show Jin's from 2016?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I got it here.
Oh, I got to find one of mine.
That picture
One of my
is
favorite
something
ones.
else.
This was Kim Seok Jin's birthday tweet to Kim Namjoon on his birthday in 2016.
2016. And you know,
got help from Army.
he did.
I mean,
He said, Ami helped. He said, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm being your older brother right now, but Army helped.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's great.
Best edit ever, and since it's on an official account tweet, we can go ahead and
that's
share.
quite a picture.
Yep.
I mean, like the legs are spectacular
I
in
mean,
any
it
form.
works
He has
with
spectacular
Kim
legs.
And we know that his legs are just as spectacular.
I mean, his legs are just
I
as
mean, that's
spectacular.
100% Marilyn Monroe, but
I mean, the edit was well done.
That is a good edit.
so good.
Yeah,
Very
and
good.
they also when people start to get kind of loud in their anti-BTS stuff, they also pull up tweets like, you know, from 2013, BTS debut is the biggest joke. No one even knows Big Hit. And, you know, screenshotted it from 2013 and then circle it around and say, remember this?
Remember
Didn't
this?
age well.
Wow.
Didn't age well.
Yeah, didn't age well.
Mistakes were made.
So
No, it didn't age well.
Definitely made.
those are fun. Those are really fun. So I try to save those as much as possible because I don't have all that those screenshots, but there's a lot of Army that do. So
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
really go back on Twitter.
yeah. So yeah,
That would make a great, that would make a great like extra blog post going back and doing each
Oh,
like
yeah.
some of those.
some of those old ones are good.
Just some of
It's
those.
ironic.
Yeah, it's really.
Tweets that didn't age well.
They used to be really confused on Twitter. They really did. We've put some of it in the blog here and there when like really funny stuff has happened. We've put some of it in the blog, but it would be fun to go back and mine it for some more.
Yeah.
There's
But
so
yeah,
much content from old FunCon in there.
Or a video that would get a lot of views. I bet that would get a lot of views. Or video.
Yeah, so much. But speaking of views, the locals were like, hey, tell us more about this Kim Namjoon, because we're interested. So Twitter Army as well as TikTok Army are making edits of Namjoon, RM Namjoon.
Daddy June, if you
Not bonsai art student Namjoon. No.
No, other one.
Daddy June.
RM. Yes. And so if you've been on social media at all, you probably have seen some of those edits. So that's been really fun.
Just in time for his birthday.
Yeah, but we also have Army going, hey, knock it the fuck off, because if the locals figure out not only how awesome Namjoon is, but that there's 6 more of them that are awesome, we will be fighting for tickets, and we don't want to do that. So keep the lid on it. Don't tell anybody else.
Every single time.
Yes.
We're torn between like being so proud and like wanting to show them off, and also like, yes, no, my tickets,
My concert tickets. Give me.
I very much appreciate the sheer volume of Army telling the new hotties, that have joined the crew, that they're in the back of the line.
I know.
Yeah.
You're in the back of the line. Right.
To the back of the line because it is exhaustively long and you're in the back of it.
here for longer.
I also like the tweets that were like, excuse me, you have known him for less than 48 hours. Please do not use his government name. To you, it is RM. Please do not use Kim Namjoon. You have not earned that right yet. And so that's also really
There's a
good.
waiting period on that.
Yeah.
The hotties were just like, you know what? He is part of Meg June, which makes him ours, and we're going straight to the government name. So
Yeah, I think they saw the Meg June tweets and they were like,
Yeah.
June?
They were
And
like,
oh, Namjoon. And we're like, no.
easy now. Easy.
Don't get your hands off my Namjoon.
Pearl clutch.
on Kim Namjoon's internet, you're going to use his name. How dare?
So that's fun. And you know what's even more fun is that when those memes and those edits go viral, and then all the haters can just enjoy the fact that those are the tweets that are getting, that are going viral. So I love it.
We're so proud of him. I mean, we're
We
so
are.
proud of all of them. But
This
it's just something I feel like it maybe this is gonna sound stupid, but it's like something I feel like he was meant to do. Like, this is the kind of shit. Like, obviously so multifaceted and like can do so many different things, but this just like it's like this sweet pocket that he just like fits into. It was just meant for him.
It's like Yoongi with the talk show. It's like you find your other little thing, and it just is obviously that this was the other option in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they so deserve. The BTS rap line are students and have great respect for hip hop culture. And so if anybody is going to find success in that area, especially in America in the hip hop era, BTS rap line would be it. And I know I'm speaking that I'm totally biased because BTS rap line is how I got into BTS. But yeah, they deserve it. They're students of it. So
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite edits I've seen this week for Kim Namjoon was it started with a picture of him and it said the songwriter, and then it scrolled rapid style through like the cover art for every song he's written that's available on like Spotify. But like as of like August of 2024, he's got 224 songs credited to his name with the songwriting association. And so like that's fucking mind-boggling. 224
I mean,
songs.
and one of the brags in hip hop is to say that you write every rap that you say. And Kim Namjoon most definitely fits that.
Yeah.
So that's a brag. There's no ghostwriters for that man. He writes his own shit. So super proud of him.
Yes. So what, like, just to wrap up in case, because we keep getting this question, we do stuff for every member's birthday, and we know that Namjoon's birthday is this week, and Christina is in the middle of working on a wonderful birthday compilation video, which we do for every member, and it will go up on or right before his birthday, one of the two, whatever, however it works out, because that's a travel day for most of us. And so stay tuned for that. And then we do also have something, we have mentioned it before, but we have something coming up later in the month on another live that is also kind of celebrating Namjoon. But we'll, something that we have planned for a live to talk, a little bit of a talk about RPWP. So stay tuned for that. It was meant to happen earlier in the month, but it didn't work out that way. So it's going to be later in the month.
Yep. Cool.
So stay tuned for that.
Is it week tea time?
So Sarah
Week
did
tea.
mention in the comments, and we had some discussion in our Discord earlier. There are screenshots going around that allegedly Taeyang joined a Kakao Talk chat. Is it Kakao? I don't know.
It's Cacao.
Cacao.
A group chat that exists in Kakao Talk. It's like a Taeyang fan chat. But allegedly he joined and sent a picture of himself and basically said, "Hi, Army," earlier today. Yeah, we don't know. I think everyone on this live agrees that the photo is real, right? Yeah, we all think the photo is actually him. We don't think it's AI or anything like that. I don't know. I don't believe that he sent it himself. I don't know what everybody else thinks. We kind of want to get a poll. And the reason
Up in
being,
the air. For me.
so who thinks it's definitely real, that he definitely sent it? Okay, who thinks he could have sent it?
I mean,
Yes.
could have. Yes. Yes. Could
Who thinks
have.
he definitely did not send it?
Could have.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're evenly split between it's a possibility and it's a definitely not. So the reason why, we all think it's a real picture. We don't know if he sent it. And the answer of, well, how did they get the picture then? Doc had a really good theory of basically if he sent it to any of his buddies on the base, and let's say like one of them was home on vacation and somebody in their family, like somebody's little sister, somebody's girlfriend could have been using their phone, sent the picture to themselves, played a prank. Which sucks. It sucks that somebody would invade his privacy that way, but that's kind of my theory as to how it got out there. Reason being, so I noticed a couple of things. Number one, his haircut does not match the photo he posted on Weavers at the same time. He has more hair in his undercut. So I think the photo is a little bit older.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that one, but I'll listen to you.
Okay. The other one is that in the top left corner of the photo, you can see there's a clock and it says it's 4. He looks exhausted. I think that photo was taken at 4 a.m. when he's leaving for something and he's fucking tired. Whereas it was posted at like 8 p.m. time and he's saying, "Oh, I've got to go to evening call." I think it's a fairly recent photo, but I don't think he took it today.
Right. And I think he only took it because the elevator was on the 7th floor. And he thought that was cool, which more would be indicative that he took the picture for a private group chat kind of thing, not for public dissemination. Because it just, the vibe of the photo is one of I'm exhausted at 4 a.m. Look, the elevator says 7. I'm going to send this to my friends.
Yeah.
It could be a photo for before he cut his hair. The phrasing of the message was, "I'm about to go for evening call." So it made it sound like he was sending it right at that moment. So at the very least, the photo is not from the moment he sent it.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah.
So anyway, it's just interesting.
I personally didn't notice the clock. I didn't notice the. I didn't notice any of that shit. I just saw him.
I noticed the 7 and the
Right.
For a while.
Right. But I will say this. I saw this tweet and I'm going to paraphrase it because I think it's so true. The way that international armies are right now on Twitter with shutting down anything that we think is an impersonator or a scam or trying to get people to follow somebody that's, false and not OT7.
Yeah.
If he would have posted that on Twitter and International Army would have gotten a hold of it, we would have shut that shit down in less than 15 minutes. We would have been like, "You don't come on our Kim Namjoon's internet and impersonate Tay. How dare you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it really was him, he would have been on his phone like, "Oh my God, they're like in battle mode," because we totally are right now. We
We're
are
so tired
totally
of
in
people
battle
showing
mode.
up in our DMs.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
take we take what we put in, what we have in our space, like, very seriously. And so the second it became a possibility that it could end up in our Discord server or like in our space, we had to basically investigate it, which is what we do when people send stuff to us or ask us about stuff. We look into it, because if it's going to be in our space, we want to try to make it as verified as possible. And so that's why we went real hard into looking.
I was like looking at this picture.
Yeah, and talking about it.
And the other thing that
because-
made it difficult was, had he taken that photo for Army, as an intent to share with Army, he fucking posted on Weavers today.
And I mean,
Instagram.
I had that same argument. I had that same argument. And then, just to play my own devil's advocate, some things that I heard today, because I agree with everything that Katie said. However, here's why I'm just in limbo land, basically, because when I was like, he was just on Weavers. Why didn't he put that picture on Weavers? Why didn't he do a photo dump on Instagram like he usually does? Because it's Kim Tae-young, and you cannot predict what Kim Tae-young is going to do. If there is one member of BTS that will just on a whim do something ridiculous and crazy, and okay, that happened, it's going to be Kim Tae-young.
Yes.
So
But we had a whole discussion about how we're 100% sure that Kim Tae-young has burner Kakao Talk accounts that he uses to troll people in Army chats. We're 100% sure. We just don't think he does it as himself.
I have also heard arguments that he's done this before, where he signed on like a few years ago. He did it, and then posted simultaneously on Twitter, and then mentioned it in like a V Live one time where he talked about how he was trolling armies, that he's done this kind of thing before. So again, it is totally possible that it is him, but it's also totally possible that it's not him.
Right.
To be clear, we're saying
I'm
posting.
with you, Quick.
Posting it, yeah. The photo is 100%
Definitely real.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a photo you take when you're leaving, when you had to wake up too early for something, and you're like, "Oh, I'm on my way." But good news, it says 7 on the elevator.
Right. Well, and let's all be also so for real right now. We are starving for crumbs right now. We are starving for crumbs. And so any little thing that somebody can give us that's from Bangtan that's like, hey, we're still here, we're 7, we're just like, gimme. So I get it.
Nanny, he absolutely trolls us. I'm not. I'm only sort of joking.
call him Kim Tae-young for
Trolling that man is in our server.
He's in our server.
We have a theory.
You're only like 60% joking, and 40% possibly is trolling over.
Look, if he gets on Weavers live or post and says
for
"Oh, that
live,"
was me," I'll believe it. That's my standard, and we've always said in our server we are okay with posting with anything official. And since this did not come from one of the official sources, Weavers or their official social media accounts, we didn't allow it in our server.
And my personal fear is this. My personal fear where it comes to sharing it on the server is it's very clearly a photo of him that he very clearly took because of the 7 in the elevator, and probably shared it with his friends, maybe his Army group buddies, whatever. My fear is that one of them went home on leave, a girlfriend, a family member, somebody got a hold of their phone, saw this picture, sent it to themselves, and then posted it posing as him in order to leak the photo. So that's my fear, is that the photo is leaked and was not intended for public use or public consumption. And so if that is true, and there is probably a pretty close to 50-50 or 50-40 or 60-40 possibility that is what happened, it's a risk I wouldn't want to take where our space is concerned, where we consider it a safe space, and we didn't want to disseminate, especially because on Weavers just today, he literally said, I was running I was on a run in the military and I saw my fucking face on a poster and I turned bright red. Like I got so embarrassed.
That was the one I forgot. That was the other comment that I forgot.
He said that today. Like he was on a run on the base and saw a poster of himself.
The timing was so
embarrassed. And so I wouldn't want this shared if it was something he did not actually intend to share.
And that's why I found the timing so suspicious, because to me, it seemed like somebody waited until he was posting on Weverse and then immediately went to this Kakao Talk chat and was like, look, it's me. Like they had been saving this picture and they came up with this whole backstory of I'm heading back for evening roll call.
I mean, let's all be also for real. Like we love our theories.
Yes.
We love overthinking the shit out of this stuff. So
Army loves theories.
I didn't see a single other person on Twitter say this was not Tay that posted this. I didn't see anybody else saying that. So
we like being devil's advocates too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll never stop being skeptical. Sorry guys. That's why.
Well, and I get it though. I get it. And especially since there are people, and this is very real, there are people that are trying to invade our space and cause damage right now. That's a fact.
Given that, like, even the seat situation that just happened with that other group where people lied about who they were and took airplane seats and crap like that, you don't ever know who's being who unless it's actually.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, that just happened.
Yeah, and guys, please, take a moment. We're literally just discussing possibilities,
right?
Like we're not saying that there's anything one way or the other. We're just discussing possibilities. So
we were asked for our opinion and if it was okay to post it in our space. So we went deep trying to think about what are the ways this picture could have gotten out there.
So
so no, we're fine.
Always
we don't need to take a chill pill. Somebody said we don't need to take a chill pill. We're fine. We always do this. We always do this. When something posts, we always look at both sides of it. Because we're in charge of curating a space to make it as secure as possible, and so that's what we do. That's our nature.
It's always good. It's always good to question and examine anything you see on the internet, in your timeline, like the validity of it, especially when we have just recently been talking about some really, really awful uses of AI deepfake technology. It's natural to be like, okay, let's take a second and look at this and examine it and see if it's really what it is. And we're split, and that's fine. We can all have different opinions. We're not out here telling you guys to believe one way or another. That's literally our opinion.
Let me just state for the record, which is one of the reasons why we follow the rule that we place for the server, because we can all have different opinions, but the rule that we have on the server is unless it can be verified, our role, what we believe for our space, everybody else can do what they want, and you can go see those any place else you want. But in our server, if it doesn't come from a verified source, we don't post. That's just it. That's all we're saying.
That's it.
We don't do it.
Yeah.
Because there's still that possibility existing that it was not supposed to be intended for public consumption. And so, who knows? That's just where we're at. And
we don't know. Posted without his permission. We hope that the lawyers are on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an invasion of privacy.
Listen, but listen, nobody wants to have fun with this more than we do in our server. We want to be able to scream and yell and get excited about every single little fucking
named
thing.
him Tim Troll Kyung and gave him a word for it. So because there's nothing that we love more than Taehyung trolling Army or just
we love it
in our heads.
And if he sees that and decides to come on Weverse and is like, you guys are so dumb, like, of course it was me, then I will laugh my ass off and be like, I'm an idiot.
We will celebrate and talk about it like crazy. We will.
I did not believe some of those photo book pictures were real the first time I saw them.
Right.
I am absolutely wrong on this, and I will publicly fucking admit I'm wrong if Kim Chol-hyun comes on and says, yeah, I totally fucking did that.
Yep.
So
then I
Taehyung,
that I
crazy to do that.
post that picture away.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
But he has
Okay.
to come out and confirm. If he doesn't come out and confirm, not in our server.
Yeah. Just consider it a fun whimsy.
Yeah, one little whimsy.
He's so whimsical.
But yeah, to be clear, I do believe he is in Cacao Talk fucking with us. And the thing came out. I was thinking about like we were joking about like I hope Namjoon has like an assistant monitoring Twitter to make him a report of like all the best thirsty tweets for just like when he's having a shitty day. He can just look back at that. And I was like, why does he need that when he has Kim Tae-young?
Yes, Kim Tae-young sending him things.
Fucking everything.
Yeah, Kim be like,
I heard, I saw a tweet that was doing a comparison. It said, Neva play is to Taeyong what that is to Jung Kook. And I was like, that's quality. Whoever tweeted that.
He's texting Namjoon like it's already my ringtone. Chung. It's
Exactly.
Already,
He's like,
Have AI change it to what's up, Taeyong.
What's up? Just say what's up, Stallion, right now in my ear. Just say it.
say it right now.
Say it right now.
Probably splice the sound, just the soundbite that says "What's up, Stallion" as his text tone, and then the song itself is the ringtone.
Yeah.
I love.
And yeah, if anyone was out there getting all those thirsty, nasty, dirty, fun, amazing tweets, it was him being like, all right,
Like the whole time, every fucking time I read a nasty, thirsty tweet, all I could picture in my head was Tay texting those to Namjoon, going, "Hey, Namjoon, they want to write it. They want to do your. They want to
do this to you.
Your song makes them feel this way."
No, Taeyong putting the tweet in the Papago translation and going, "What?" I gotta ask June about this.
Go and translate this for me. Is this really?
I saw you to translate his thirst tweet.
Translate. Namjoon going.
That's amazing.
Strong power, thank you.
Be like, what are they saying about
Strong
your
power.
Strong power, thank you.
Power, thank you.
He put stickers on his carrier.
Jimin just giggling. He was giggling.
Yeah. Jimin just going
On the floor.
Yeah.
On the floor because he was
Oh,
giggling
yeah,
so
his
much
chair.
he fell on the chair.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Look when he did one of his lives after 7 or so, when he did one of his later in the year lives, and he was playing some of his music, and the explicit version of 7 came on and was playing, and he just was like, he's like covered his ears. He looked into the camera like, ooh. Like, you little.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? Imagine like you chapter 1 armies. Man, this must seem so odd.
So
Right.
wild.
This is their Wilden era.
This is our normal.
Yeah.
The teen years, like the teen years, if you had kids and they, they kind of started rebelling or being like, oh yeah, watch me, that kind of thing.
Chapter 1 army I don't know. Just must be just like, oh my gosh.
I mean, they are entering their preteen adolescent years in terms of their career.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
very true.
The snotty years, if you will. The I know everything years.
Oh, all right.
Are we doing the other?
Yeah.
The other one. All right. So the other weak tea is that about 5-6 days ago, the Incheon airport security team announced that they were going to basically crack down on airport security for celebrities. So reportedly, they sent a letter to all of the agencies that take care of celebrities, whether they be K-pop or actor celebrities, specifically asking them to please stop announcing departure times for your celebrities because it's causing a lot of disruption at the airport, a lot of security issues, and we would like you to not. They wrote a manual that says, and I'm going to quote this one from the articles. I read like multiple articles that use this quote. The airport police are to intervene in crowd control when at least 300 people are presumed to have gathered at the gates. It advised the airport police to actively procure the safety of travelers and step up crowd control when more than 500 people congregate. They also said that they are going to prevent excessive private security for celebrities. And this stems from some incidences that happened where they felt private security teams were overstepping the bounds of the private security teams. They were stopping passengers, doing random searches, flashing flashlights in people's faces to presumably stop them from taking pictures of the celebrities. And so basically they were saying, hey, guys, we would prefer you calm down and maybe not even tell people that they're going to be at the airport if all you're going to do is flash cameras in their, or flashlights in their faces and get overbearing and whatever. And also just for the safety of everybody involved, please stop. Also, they're planning on amping up their own airport security in those situations to stop the stampeding and some of the craziness that happens surrounding these airport transits. And so that was announced by the Incheon Airport this week. And so, I would say prepare for some well-needed changes in the way celebrities depart because it's gotten pretty insane with
many groups.
For many groups, it's gotten really insane. It's gotten really chaotic, very, very dangerous. And some securities are private security teams are going overboard. And so basically it's like, maybe we should just stop all of this and, calm everything down when we come to airport departures and arrivals. So, so that was some interesting week tea coming out.
Yeah. And I saw a comment saying, I'm not sure why they let people stay in the airport for that long. And unfortunately, it's a public space, the part of the airport that these people wait in. It's a public space. So technically, the airport can't make them leave because you don't have to have a ticket to be in that part of the airport. And so while they're just standing there and waiting, they're not doing anything wrong, unless they're, causing a disturbance, which, I mean, by the time it gets to that point, it's pretty much over anyway, and they leave. But until that point, they're not really doing anything wrong. They're just there. Because some people do go to the airport like hours and hours before they need to be there. So they can't go around and be like, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? I mean, they know, but again, it's a public space. So that's the unfortunate part of why do they let people be there? Wish it would be really nice if they didn't, but that's why they can't, because the airport is public that part of the airport is public property. Right. Public, whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
so somebody said watch them force to allow ticketed passengers only. Again, that part of the airport is where you pick up and drop off, and so they can't.
Yeah, there are legitimate reasons for people without tickets to be there.
Yeah, right. That's the space where people pick up and drop off, and some people are legitimately going to be there for multiple hours if there's like delays in whoever's coming in, and they can't just make those people wait in a parking lot or outside. And so it is a space that they have to allow general public to be in for all those reasons. And so
excuse me,
there's only so much you can do, which is what the airport themselves are saying, hey, we're going to take these specific safety measures, but we're also asking these agencies to, for the love of all that is good, let their celebrities go quietly so that people don't know to wait.
Which makes sense, because the airport shouldn't be responsible for providing security for celebrities. They have to keep everybody in the airport safe. But it is good that they're actually trying to do, I guess, pay attention to it and do what they can. I don't know if it was something that the government decided. I don't know how they could decide to make it a thing that a department within the airport, a task. That's not the right word. Their own security force for celebrities. If they wanted to, that's a different discussion for a different day. But at present, they don't have the means to do that. That's not what they're built to do. So that's why. But because of that, idols have started increasing their own private security because of what's been happening. And some of that private security, as Doc mentioned, has gotten a little out of hand sometimes. So it's just a not great situation all around.
Right.
Yeah. So I do agree with the airport saying, could we just please stop announcing when your celebrities
Yeah.
are traveling and
Yeah.
please just maybe stop this airport culture? So, I mean, it was a valid request on their part, and we'll see how it plays out in the future. This is new. It was announced 5-6 days ago, so this is just something that's new, and we'll see what happens moving forward as far as how they handle these celebrity departures from here on out.
Yeah. It must be so, like, because like this, it literally doesn't happen in other parts of the world like this. Like,
No.
I mean,
Well,
celebrity culture in America, they'll call and be like, you know, be outside the, you know, Winn-Dixie, you know, such and such is going to walk by or whatever. And they'll do it. They'll set up stuff that way so they can get a photo, but not like at the airports, like in mass like that, where we have, you know, where they have huge crowds of people.
Right.
I
And
know.
what we've seen
I
so
can't imagine
far-
that is even allowed. It's just shocking to me that they can do
What
that.
we've seen so far internationally is arrivals. So, like, international people have seen the departures and they figured out what flight they're on, and then they'll show up to the airport for arrivals. So primarily international, we've seen arrivals and not departures. And so
yeah, in really big airports. Yeah, like in New York and
in New York, we have seen them with like big crowds. Like, for example, what I do know is, for example, in Spain, there's like a big pap culture. There's paparazzi everywhere. And they are not allowed to be inside the airport. So any pictures need to be taken from outside. So they're all by the door, but they're not inside the facility. They're outside. At least that's like what the rule is.
Yeah, I think every country is probably different in some shape or form. Yeah. Here's hoping for improvement, basically.
yeah, we just need to reform airport culture. I think Incheon taking this step is actually a really good first step, even internationally, to say, hey, enough is enough. This is getting ridiculous.
Yes. So if we hear anything else about that, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
That came out like
You were all of us at the same time.
Did we talk about it now? We were like, let's wait and see if we hear anything else, and we didn't. But well.
We talked about it anyway.
I spent a good solid hour today trying to find if there was more information, and I couldn't find anything beyond what we had initially found out 5-6 days ago. So I think at this point, since they wrote a manual and they announced they were making these changes, the only other thing I saw is that Incheon Airport themselves are still considering taking legal action against the issues they have had with private security. So that's the only other new thing that I found today, but everything else was the same. So there we go. That's what we know. That's the only information.
Good. Last but not least, the blog. The blog. The amorphous blog.
The blog.
Blog.
Blah.
We mentioned it a couple of times tonight, but we are currently in week 36 of the blog, which is We All Feel It Together. Which, out of context, that title's really kind of...
I mean, but also
naughty. But I swear, it's just a lyric from one of their songs. Week 36.
Make it not naughty.
Yeah, it's not naughty. It's not naughty. We are in the midst of Map of the Soul 7 still on the blog. So that's what this week has been about. We've had some amazing songs that we talked about this week. Louder Than Bombs, which is a favorite. And as we already knew, but we discovered officially that it is the #1 most requested song by ARMYs to see live. Like, that's the one that they want, that the majority of ARMY wants to see that song performed live. And that surprised the hell out of BTS when they found out.
Yeah.
They were like, what? Really? This one?
Didn't Namjoon say, girl, that song is hard?
Yeah. They were like, yeah, we should do it. And Kobe was like, we should do that live. And Namjoon's just looking at him like, that song is so funny.
Don't say that. Don't end them on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we also talked about I mean, that's a lot of our newer ARMY's introduction, I think, to BTS. Yep, and we talked about we had some unit songs. We had the rap line ugh, 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 of course. And then of course our lovely vocal lines, 0 o'clock. So all great songs. So many great messages. Map of the Soul 7 is just it's a fantastic album. I'm like, this is like banger after banger after banger after banger. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm talking about another epic song here. Here's another epic song.
I mean, there are reasons we spread this album across a 3 week, blah, blah, blah. We spread this album across the 3 week run because there was no possible way to cover this album adequately in less time than that because so many good songs. Like, so many.
We had our watch party Thursday night. It was great. We had a lot of fun. We watched a lot of really great content. You can still go and check it out. It'll be there. And we will have a new blog dropping for tomorrow. And once again, just as a reminder, that after this coming week, we will not have a blog the week after that. So the week that we return from Kansas City, there will be no new blog. We will be talking about the blog that is about to come out the following week. So if you come into our DMs and our Discord and you say, where is the blog? We will laugh and point you to the 70,000 times that we said it.
Somebody asked the question. Yeah, wait, what are you doing in Kansas City? It changes literally. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest, because I took a nap today and I came back to like 79 Discord messages of what I'm going to be doing. So
that was just one piece too. That wasn't all of Kansas City.
What
we're doing in Kansas City is chaos and anarchy with 96 armies.
We don't have time for the long answer. The short answer is we don't know.
The short answer is Steph said, wouldn't it be cool if we did a meetup?
Yeah. There you go.
Back we said it was going to be
back in February when I thought it would be 12 people.
Yes. Really cool people from totally had a meetup together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily.
We've had a cycle. Yes, like 15 people will make it.
Yep.
20 at the most.
20 at the most.
Yeah. And then
20 at the most.
All of us were like,
you guys.
Sure.
94 people.
I was like, we'll do it like in the middle of the country. That way a few people can drive in and 90% are now flying in. Like it totally did not, I mean, it's fabulous.
Lots of places.
I think if we ever make a documentary about the beginning of the blog, it just needs to be called Are You Sure?
Yeah.
It's like Jimin and Jung Kook were reading our minds.
Yes.
Realistically. I mean, I remember distinctly the day when the deposit was due on the original block of 50 rooms, and Stephanie had to be parked off of a panic attack ledge because if people don't come, we won't, like, she's on the hook for that. And so
Shitting bricks.
we were like, no, it'll be fine. People, it's only 50 rooms only. It'll be fine. And now we overflowed and booked all of those. And so the ledge was calmly sat on and now she's taking naps on it. And so it was good.
The spill out hotel.
Yeah.
You know,
And
there's a spill out hotel.
Yeah, and now he filled up a whole trip to South Korea.
Yeah,
So
now
that's
we're
where
doing.
we're at now, guys.
With the 20 people that were going to go to Kansas City.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
I mean,
I know, right? She went from not thinking
This
20
same
people would
thing,
go to
by the
Kansas
way,
City,
when we were
so-
talking about the South Korea trip, she did the same thing. She was like, I don't think anyone's going to want to go, you guys.
I don't know if we'll be able to fill 15 spots.
maybe 5 people will
We
go.
have to have 15 people. We are not going to get 15 people. Nobody worry.
4 days later, 20
4 days
people.
later, sold out.
4 days.
Sold out.
4 days.
And she's over here panicking again. You're never going to want to do a tour with us again because we're not even going to sell the song. It's going to get canceled and then they're not going to do it again. In 4
What you're
days.
saying is nobody should believe our
4
theory.
days.
Nobody.
Never
We
trust-
missed the mark by
Never
several
trust
miles.
Stephanie's ability to project numbers is really what it boils down to.
She's going to fail
I'm
miserably.
going to have 12 people.
Okay, but here's why this changes now. Here's why this changes now. Because Kim Namjoon has taught me to count.
1, 2,
There you go.
We say
To 9. To 9.
But listen, no, historically, if we have totally doubted ourselves, it's proven to be a success.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just tradition.
Just don't get confident in anything. You will continue to be great.
If there's
Colleen is he's saying in the comments that Steph's predictions are like the opposite of Sugar's. I kind of agree with it.
valid,
Valid, yes.
Just like your math doesn't work, Steph.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So next week we are finishing up Map of the Soul 7. And it is week 37. And little sneak peek, the blog dropping tonight is called But We Have You.
Aw.
So that will be out at midnight tonight Eastern time. And once again, the following week, no new blog.
no blog.
No new blog.
But you're going to get more stuff. You're going to get other stuff, other type of stuff you're going to get.
We're going to Jung Kook chopstick you.
Squeeze me? Here. I'm gonna put the chopsticks in his hand for him. Here you go, Ivy.
Indian chopsticks are far more violent.
She's just bringing up something that's recent, and then she's just bringing up something that's recent. Christina, down.
Listen,
It's
listen, Christina, his chopsticks are more violent. I'm going for like the Jung Kook level.
Christina is currently Min Yoongi's personal bulldog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I am. Let me tell you, the things that I have seen. Anyway,
Trenches have been bad, my friends, but they've been good. But this was good. This is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once again, we won't be live again before Kansas City. We are not going live on Wednesday night. So if you need to talk to us between now and then, you know where to find us. At least I hope you do, because we've been hanging out here for a while. So
I do have one thing that I need everybody to do before bed, and that is, since we've learned that repetition is important, to solidify your counting abilities, I suggest you listen just one more time, maybe before you go to bed.
Or
One, two, three, 4, 5. Yep.
never
5,
play.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Yep.
Never play.
you know,
Yep.
if you put on the streaming playlist, it plays that song like every 3 songs, and it's glorious.
There you go.
all
For
right.
science.
Yes. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
As always, we love you.
See you in a week.
Yeah, I love you.
See you in a week.
See some of you sooner than a week.
Or less than
Some of you
that.
sooner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe travels, everybody.
Yes. Bye-bye.
See you.